So, hi, it's me, Denny Daniel, and I'm here with
David.
Crystal.
And they came all the way from New York. And
Yeah.
they've been a lot of fun because they knew the answers to half the questions, especially Crystal. And so now they're going to open up a new acquisition. I've got these items over here, and I do this like a 42nd Street shell game where a guy used to show up in 42nd Street with 3 shells. He would have a quarter under one of the shells, and then he would mix them up, and you had to guess which one had a quarter, and you would win something. Crystal, the only difference here is I don't have 3 shells.
Okay.
And Dave, I don't have a quarter under any of my packages either.
Darn.
And guys, you win nothing. So ethically, it's exactly like a New York shell game if you think about it. But there is one similarity. I'm going to mix them up. So here is me mixing them up. Are you guys confused?
Just a little.
Just a little. Good, because otherwise I'd have to do this all day long. And then we'd become antiques. Okay, so everyone pick a package, any package. You have to go with your heart. There you go. And there you go.
You.
And then I, as tradition dictates, will do one with you. And in my head, I will hum the Mission Impossible theme. And get sued for thought crime.
Don't worry, we won't tell.
Ooh, I got something bubble wrapped.
Oh,
It's
you know it's pretty
fragile.
good.
There. Oh, my glasses are here. Yeah, a lot more cutting. I
don't
think
there's
that's it.
anything else in there.
No.
So
There's a
right around
ghost.
here.
Oh.
Ooh, what is that? Oh, it's a stereoscope slide. And this
Let
one,
me know what
holy
this is.
moly, this one's here. This is Cooper Union. This is right here on Lafayette and the Bowery. Holy moly, that's incredible. This is basically around the corner from my place.
What are the odds?
Wow, that's really cool. Cooper Union and the Bowery, New York, from 100 years ago when it had overhead train.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
The trains just went everywhere. I don't know how anyone survived New York in those days. Between the horses and the poop and the, cars and trains and everything, it must have been crazy. And now they're like congestion. I'm like, really? You don't know congestion. Which package was yours? Where is it? Oh, over there.
Oh, right
Okay,
here.
so let's put
Sorry.
it together
Here we
with
go.
that. Excellent. That way I know. And then what did you open? Oh,
Oh, Viewmaster cards.
wow, you opened up a Viewmaster, also part of my 3D History of New York and Washington, D.C. show, and you can kill that, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Or can we get it out of
Oh,
there?
it's folded
Not without.
over. That's why.
Okay, so you have the honor of taking it out.
Thank you.
So that is part of my History of New York in 3D show. And since stereoscopes, they didn't, that wasn't, UN is a little newer than stereoscope slides. But this is the UN Viewmaster reels. So in there,
Oh, I've seen those.
Yes.
I
Viewmaster.
used to have a bunch of those.
Me too.
And I do have the Viewmaster here.
Oh,
There's one very cool Spider-Man Viewmaster. And I have the classic red one, and there are brown ones I have here somewhere too that are Bakelite. And this is also kind of in memory of Sheldon, who is the world's largest collector of Viewmaster reels. So for those of you who know the 3D world, Sheldon was a dear friend and supported the museum, and I got hundreds of items from him. So hopefully he's up there now. He passed away not very long ago, and I miss him more than life. So I know he's up there going, Denny, I would have gotten you this. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not here. So I had to get it from Crystal. Kind of.
Happy to help.
So, and this, it doesn't say, it says over there all the areas that it has, I guess. I don't have my glasses on. But that's cool. I'm really happy with that.
Well,
And
that's
that came in which package?
The white one.
This one. Okay. So we have this one over here, which we'll do together. So go ahead. Looks like it's another 3D stereoscope thingy
Oh.
with a cool picture. And
Oh.
Let's take a look at Facebook
over
thing.
there.
Pretty.
What is that one?
Just some trees.
This I think is the cherry blossoms. Yes, it is. These are the Washington, D.C. cherry blossoms.
Pulse.
And it has, so this, like I said, would be the YouTube and Google Avalon Ballroom.
But then it says Pulse Moon.
Yeah, these are the bands performing, I guess. This is like some rock flyer or something. This is interesting because I think I know the Avalon Ballroom. I think my friends used to play there. If it's the same, Avalon, who knows? This could be his town, wherever he's from. But that's really cool that he sent that. But yeah, this is the stereoscope slide of the cherry blossoms. So you'd see them. That's about 100 years old, probably. And then you'd read about them. So it was the YouTube and Google of the 1800s, like I mentioned.
Yep.
So the cherry blossoms, it was a woman in the late 1800s who petitioned the government and the politicians that we should bring cherry blossoms from Japan. And they were like, oh, I don't know. It took her like a decade or two. Finally, she got these cherries. She got like 72 or 75 of them to come here from Japan. And it was such a huge hit that Japan was like, hey, this is a great publicity thing. So Japan gave us 2,000 or something.
Oh.
So they brought these 2,000 cherry blossoms to Washington, and it became a big thing in Washington. And of course, those had bugs in them, and they were the worst ones because they gave them to us for free. So they had the Jefferson Memorial and all that other stuff being put there and everything. So there was this whole to-do because they had to chop down the cherry tree, and it wasn't Washington because it was 100 years later. And it became a big thing, and there was this thing called the Cherry Blossom Rebellion. Clearly, you've heard of this. Yeah, the cherry blossom bit where women chained themselves to the cherry blossoms so they wouldn't chop them down, and it became this big, like, crazy scandal. Yeah, so the cherry blossom story is really funny. And then, so they did chop them down, and then Japan donated another 2,000, and those didn't have bugs in them, thank God. But yeah, there's this whole fun story about the cherry blossoms, so I had to get a 3D image of cherry blossoms. So I got one. So this is going to be one of the fun stories and stars of the show, too. Yeah. And
wow, good stuff.
now you guys are museum curators, too.
Woo.
Yay! Good job. And we'll say bye to the world. Bye, world.
Bye, world.
The world is crooked.